everyone, for today's App Fuse review, I'm going to be taking a look at Tweetbot for the iPhone and iPod Touch. Now before trying out Tweetbot, I was using the official Twitter client as my main Twitter application. However, after using Tweetbot for the last few weeks, I'm really liking the way this app handles the Twitter experience. Let's take a look. When you first open up Tweetbot, you'll notice many elements that you would typically see on a Twitter client. At the top, I'm told how many tweets I haven't read since the last time I closed the app. And at the bottom, there are the different categories of tweets. We have our timeline, our mentions, and our messages. Now these last two buttons are customizable. We can choose to see our profile, lists, retweets, or favorites, and the last button gives us search, favorites, retweets, and lists. So you're not always stuck with the same buttons. You can switch it up depending on what feature you use most. At the top, we have our new tweet button. The additional options are hidden under the gear, which allows us to attach our location, photos, or view our drafts. Now one feature that's kind of neat is when you type the @ symbol, you can view a list of your followers. However, I'm definitely hoping they add autofill sometime in the future. Some Twitter clients, especially Twitter.com, the official Twitter website, when you start typing in a username, it will finish it for you or give you a list of suggestions based on what you've already typed. This could definitely be helpful if you don't know the correct spelling of someone you're following. Now back to the timeline, there are a few neat navigation gestures that Tweetbot has included. If I swipe a tweet to the right, I'm shown the conversation view. Now this could really be helpful if you've been replying back and forth with someone. This will put all of those tweets together for you. And if I go back and I swipe to the left, it's going to show me a list of tweets that are related to that tweet. Usually it will show you other users' mentions of that tweet. Now if I tap on the tweet itself, I'm shown a toolbar containing a few things I can do. I can reply to a tweet, I can favorite it, I can retweet, and then there are some more features under the gear. Link, copy, email, and translate. And then this last button gives you a detailed view of that tweet. But what's more interesting are the tapping features. Each tweet has a few elements to it. If we double tap on the user's icon, we'll be taken directly to the user's profile. Or if we double tap on the link within the tweet, we'll be taken to the built-in web browser, and then we can browse that website directly from there. Now there's also a triple tapping feature. By default, it's set so that if you triple tap, you'll reply to that tweet. But this can be changed, which brings us to our settings. At the top left of our timeline, we're taken back to our accounts screen where we can add and switch between multiple accounts in Tweetbot. Then we have our settings at the bottom. Here we can adjust the sounds, the fonts, the display name, and even our triple tap option. We can set that triple tap to reply, retweet, favorite, or translate. So there's even more customization options for you. What's also neat is that there are account-specific options. For each account, you can choose the URL shortening options, as well as image and video uploading and read later options. Now is Tweetbot the perfect Twitter application? No, not yet, but it has a lot of potential. At the moment, there's no native push notifications. So if someone sends you a reply, you're not going to know about it. You have to use something like Boxcar to handle them. But I would love to see Tweetbot handle their own notifications, but I'm sure that's going to come in the future. There's also no current way to delete your personal messages within the app. It's not a huge setback, but it should be included in the future. And like I mentioned before, I would love to see some sort of an autofill feature when mentioning a username in a tweet. And last, I found that this search feature is a little bit wonky. It takes a few unnecessary taps to get to where you want to, and when I go to search for people I'm following, let's say Chris Perillo, he doesn't show up. But I'm sure these improvements and more features will be added in future versions. Will I be sticking with Tweetbot? For now, I think I will.